Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute. It was New Year's. I had a lot of things to do, but I am back and I'm in full force here at one of my good friends' shop, Cutie Little Things, which personally is also one of my favorite. I got a lot of stuff here from Kaya. I would say maybe about 70 to 80% of my stuff came from here. So I learned a lot from this shop. They have great taste, they have great knowledge. And today I'm starting off this EP with all the things you need to get before baby comes. Now, I wish I kind of had someone to tell me what I needed to get on YouTube, but instead I was lucky enough to have my friend May that owns Cutie Little Things to kind of guide me on what I needed and what I really didn't need. So we've picked out all the things that we think that you might need. So I'm gonna start off first with some of the obvious things and then we're just gonna go through this together. I'm so excited, guys. All right, so first, you need a newborn stroller. And it's a must because when you take baby home, you're obviously gonna wanna be set up. And these are the things that I feel like if you have stuff in place before baby comes, you're gonna have less anxiety, you're gonna be less stressed, and yeah, life's just gonna flow smoother. So we're gonna start off with the Yo-Yo Zen. Now I live on this. Kaya still sits in her Yo-Yo Zen, obviously not in the newborn position. So this is the newborn position of the Yo-Yo Zen, which then can flip over to the slightly more toddler situation where Kaya's like 5 years old and she still sits in her yo-yo. But the most amazing thing about this is when you get on an airplane, you can put it in the overhead department. It's super easy to carry. It's like carrying like a heavy bag. It's super, super travel friendly. And that's all you need. Like I did spend a lot of money on a lot of unnecessary stuff and I realized that I just kept coming back to this little goodie right here. So that's a must. Second, safety first, guys. Put your baby in a car seat, put your toddler in a car seat. Always make sure your kid is belted up. Now, this is also a personal favorite that I use myself, which is the Nuna Exec. And this goes from newborn pretty much all the way till May. Remind me, how old?
From 0 to 12.
0 to 12 years old, guys. Okay, 0 to 12, all right? 12 years of not having to worry about a car seat. It's right here. It's amazing. It's super safe. Nuna is also a brand that has been around for a long time, so you can definitely trust this brand. I have the all gray one. I see a black and a gray. This is highly recommended, guys. All right, so now moving on to slightly more safety stuff, but also cleanliness. So we're gonna start off with the baby cam. Now, I'm still using a baby cam. Kaya's 5 years old. Back in the day, when I mean like literally not even back in the day, like 5 years ago, I didn't have this option of putting it to my phone as Wi-Fi and on a baby monitor. So this has definitely been advanced since Kaya was born. A baby cam is a must. You need to look in the room. You want to watch baby sleep. Now, I sleep trained Kaya, so she sleeps in the room all by herself. So a baby cam for me is on most of the time. I'm a little bit psycho too, so I keep it on pretty much all the time. I don't advise that. All right, and then moving on to the sterilizer. So important for a newborn. You want to put all the bottles in there. You want to put pacifiers. I even put all the forks and spoons, everything. I'm still using it. I'm also using it because when Kaya gets sick, when we use all the syringes for the medication, they can be sterilized. It's just so good to have, and it's also a must. Now, talk about technology. So since then, they have also designed on-the-go sterilizer that you can put your bottle nipples inside and sterilize on the go. So if you have a bottle on the go, you're putting it in this sterilizer. I didn't have it. Wish I did. Recommending it to you guys. And of course, bottles, which you might need even if you're breastfeeding or you're formula feeding, whatever it is that you choose, no judgment as long as baby's being fed. You have a glass bottle here, which I also used on Kaya. And you could also choose, talk about advanced, another bottle, which is kind of imitating the shape of the mother's nipple, which is also, I think, pretty cool. And I would have definitely tried if I had another baby, which I'm not, but I'm recommending it. So here it is, the nipple bottle. which is great, different sizes. Not forgetting that when you produce milk in your boobies, we're not forgetting mothers here too, because it's not all about the baby, it's also about the mothers, is to massage out those crazy milk knots that you get in your boobs, which were so painful, guys. But just the satisfaction of like massaging them out was like a thing for me. Like I just loved sitting there and rubbing them out. So this is also a tool for your boobs, guys, for the boobs. And speaking of formula fed or breast milk fed, we have a formula machine here. My personal favorite, I use this one as well. It was a lifesaver. It's almost like the baby has her own coffee machine, but you're making formula milk. It was amazing. I use this all the time. This was like a big staple. Because honestly, sometimes you just want to press that button and the milk is done. You don't have to worry about how hot the water is because it sets everything for you. It measures everything. You put the formula up here, and all you do is you dump your formula here, and it will, you just memorize in the machine how much formula versus water and how hot the water should be. Very, very simple, just on a touch of a button. Okay, so moving on to slightly more self-care needs. We've got a nail set here as well, because you know, babies, they grow long nails. Personally, I really liked these. These were the electric filing things for babies' fingers. It's so traumatizing to do it the first time. I remember when I first had to do Kaya's nails, I was so scared that I was hurting her. The truth is, these do not hurt at all. So I used this for pretty much until I think she was like 2 or 3. So you can also get a set here, which includes a thermometer, which sadly, I'm gonna say it to you guys first, kids get sick all the time. And I mean all the time. So a thermometer has been a staple at home. Personally, I prefer the ones that go under the armpit because I feel like they read a lot better. But the good thing about another brand is to have the electrical one, which by the way, I also have this at home. And I use this on Kaya when she's sleeping, because the last thing you want is for your kid to wake up because you're gonna lift their arms up, or you know, they're sleeping in a weird position. So this is good just to tick tick when they're sleeping, so you know if it's doctor time or if they're super sick. All right, so speaking of milk too, we can't forget the breast pump. I was probably in the Stone Ages, which is really not that long ago. I was walking around with the bowling ball. Now I call it the bowling ball because it's like massive, and I was holding it like this, and then you have the sound of like, and that's like the pumping sound. So things are a lot more advanced. Women are more on the go. We want to be multitasking because every mother knows that when you have a baby, multitasking becomes your number one thing that you do, and you become a professional at it. So back in the day, I had the bowling ball, so I'd be like holding the bowling ball and trying to do 500 other things. It worked, but not really that well. So now they've advanced it, and this is from Medela, which is a very, very good brand. I've heard a lot of good stuff about them, and now you can just shove these little guys in your bra and walk around, and you can put this thing in your pocket and just make things happen. I need another baby, just for the sake of not walking around with a bowling ball. So this is like the latest model, which I think is great. And we're not forgetting just the simple things here too, like every little baby, Kaya Harper, Muslim cloths, which Kaya lived in. We used this when she was bathing. We would wrap her in it when we were giving her a bath. We used slightly smaller ones to clean her face. In fact, we were using these up till pretty much 3 months ago, because after we used them to wash her face, we were like, what do we do with these cloths? And I felt so died to throw them away. So then we started using them to wipe her mouth every time she was eating. And yeah, so these you could use for just about everything. So here you have choices of muslin cloths and a baby feeding chair. Very important. Sometimes they just like to sit here and chill and just look at things, which is great. You can attach small little toys here so they can look at things when they start to see colors and movement. This is a really good high chair. I personally did not do it, and this is from Stokey. All right, and they're so nicely designed, very minimal, tasteful, doesn't make your house look like, you know, a kid lives in it. They come in many different colors, but most importantly, it goes from newborn till
120 kg.
120 kg? Damn. Okay, so from newborn to 120 kg. So this is really good. I wish that I was able to have one, but they pretty much turn into an adult seat after that. So, ta-da! See, so we can transform this newborn into toddler and then into adult seat. So just saying, guys, it's like 3-in-1. Saves money, saves space, looks good in your house. I'm a firm believer of you can make your house look good even with having a child, but that's just me, then I feel happy. Okay, so breastfeeding, we also are not forgetting the moms where, you know, you're in public. I don't know, even when I was at home, I didn't really want to flash my boobies everywhere. So we need a nursing cover, and they have buttons here on the side. So you could just, and you can walk around. And this is great for when you're outside. It's a breathable material, guys, so it's not thick. It's very light and yeah, easy to carry, doesn't look bad. So this is an amazing, and this is done by Cutie Little Things themselves. They designed it themselves. I don't think I've missed anything. I think we're done here. But next I'm gonna take you upstairs. We're gonna have a look at cribs, bed sheets, nursing chairs, all that good stuff. See you upstairs. So here I have my friend, P-Mate. She's the owner of Cutie Little Things. And she is really good at telling me what I need for baby when I sleep, simply because Cutie Little Things does a lot of amazing bed sheets. And I know that because Kaya grew up on them. And amazing mattresses, which I swear by, guys. So I'm gonna let you talk to May a little bit. We're gonna talk first about bedding. So it's custom made too.
Yeah, sure, and personalized as well. So you can choose your own fabric. You can choose your own patterns. We have up to 150 patterns. It's mostly hand-drawn. And again, you can put your name on it, the monogram or initials or whatever. And we have lots of selection of the mattress as well. So the mattress, if you concerned about the safety or the hygiene, so you can go through with the organic option or anti-bac option, or you want to go for the value one, which is a very like price, like good price.
Good price. I use the antibacterial
one.
Yes, that's what we use at home for Kaya. So, all right, so basically bed sheets and mattresses are like their thing, and they specialize in that. And they have a lot of different kinds of material too, right?
Yeah.
You use different kinds of material, and it's so much fun to play around with. Even if you want very simple things, they're good at doing that too. So here we have cribs. So this is the Stokey, which is amazing because this could fold also into a sofa and a proper bed. So you're also kind of getting a 3-in-1 with this. Very nicely designed. And you guys got to think that it's so much easier just to buy one thing that could be used for 3 different options.
Yep.
So you have to keep changing out furniture, and you're basically just living off one thing. So this is a good example of what they could do with the bed sheets and the mattresses here. This is a slightly more cheaper option, which is also really good, and I believe also really popular. Because this basically turns into this as well.
Yeah.
So these are the same thing, and this will basically fold up, but also you can put that down if you want to have the option of kind of connecting it to your own bed.
We call it bedside this day.
Bedside. Yeah. Fancy bedside crib, which I believe rocks as well, right?
Yeah, it rocks.
Right, nice.
I'll adjust it for you to match your bed height.
Okay, so you can also flip the height as well, which is good. This is also their bedding. Kaya has a lot of the blankets and the bumpers, the pillows, everything, by the way, from Kaya's room is made here. Also a changing mat. You were saying that some people have a easier option.
Yeah.
Which is just putting the
mat itself, only this one on top of everything. So if you have one at home, like the counter or the built-in furniture, just disregard this one and go for this one.
Right, and this is good because baby can't roll over as well.
Yeah, for safety.
So yeah, because I didn't have that. So I would always have to watch and like block the baby like this.
Yeah.
So this is a slightly more hands-free option where you don't have to panic as much. Thank you, Me.
Thank you.
Oh, and then we have the lounger too, guys, that we also had one as well, which you could leave baby in. Baby can swing and just chill. So if, again, you know, moms, we're busy people too, we have things to do. So baby could just be swinging around. You could be doing all your stuff and baby is nicely entertained here. You could take this off as well. So they could sit here as toddlers. And I believe that they hold, is it
60 kg.
60 kg. I'm not there yet, guys, but I am happily sitting here swinging. I also sit in a lot of Kaya's couches. Like I have these like little baby chairs, which I find that I sit in more than my own sofa. A baby lounger, I think it's really good because it just gives mom a little bit of a break from the child, you know, and you can just put them down, they can entertain themselves, and you can just walk around and do your own thing. All right, speaking of moms, right, because it's not just all about the babies, you want a nice feeding chair. Now, I am slightly short and I'm not very tall. So I found that when I had my rocking chair, it was a little bit too big. So I was pushing my toes off and on like this, which was hurting my C-section, which is things that you don't really think about till they've happened, which is why I'm sharing my experience. So I was pushing my feet and it was hurting my cut. Whereas in these chairs are slightly more modified to smaller people, like myself included, petite. We don't call small, call them petite. And these are slightly smaller, and we're not forgetting the feeding pillow, which I had too. I had this very same feeding pillow for Kaya, and I had a specialized K engraved on it. And I love this so much because it just kind of fit around me and I could just feed Kaya or even hold Kaya. And now that I don't do that anymore, I use it for my laptop. And I sit on my couch and I just use my laptop. So, you know, it has a purpose other than the baby. But all jokes aside, this is a really good feeding pillow. It's stable, it's nice, and it's just sturdy, you know? And so here are the options of the feeding chairs. Now, these are for slightly more petite people, and then you've got for slightly taller people here, and you've got many different designs. You can choose to rock or you could choose not to rock on these. They're very, very aesthetically nice looking in your house, so they don't really look so baby-like, and it just fits in. You could choose different materials. Speaking of nice aesthetics, I really like this. I like the material, but this is like a kind of chair that would be like a lifetime investment, because when baby's too big, this literally just turns into like a lazy boy. And see you guys, the day is done. Laters, peace out. And then you could sit here and chill and like watch TV and just live your best life with this amazing chair. So yeah, I'm getting too comfortable. And see, it foots all the way up here on your feet and it could go all the way back. So this is another option that you can have with a feeding chair. Other than that, we're gonna move over here to a baby bath. Now, baby baths are super important. You wanna get a sturdy one. You wanna get one that looks nice too. Also coming from a brand that's like really reputable. Like I use this brand a lot. Bieba is like amazing. So I chose this exact same one that was pink, and we had it in our shower. You could choose not to have it on a stand too, and it could be put on the floor. One thing I liked about this was that you could actually put the shower head here, so the bath could fill, you know, or you could just keep it here and like wash baby as well. You definitely need a back support. This is a must for babies, okay? So this is the Bieba one as well that comes with it, and it just fits perfectly. It was so easy to shower Kaya here, and especially with the shower thing being here, and then you can drain the water. Now this can also be put on the floor, but you know, I also have a bad back and I just prefer not to be sitting on the floor watching my baby. And this is like really nice and sturdy. And yeah, this is our number one choice. So guys, I think this is about it. I could go on the whole day because I'm sure there's like 1,000 things that we all need for our newborn. But I didn't want to feed you guys everything. I wanted to feed you guys the most important things. And for you guys, maybe just to not make some mistakes that I did and just focus on the main things to have at home before baby comes. That way you have less anxiety, you're less stressed, but just have everything in place. Another tip that I could give you guys is to attach your car seat a little bit before your due birth because you don't want to be dealing with setting up a car seat when you're on the way to the hospital. And that's something that we did, and thank God we did because Kaya came early. So that's another tip I want to share with you moms out there. Thank you moms for joining me and thank you for supporting me. I hope that you guys are finding a lot of useful things in my channel, and I'm gonna leave you guys there. And if you need anything, feel free to drop by Cutie Little Things. Bye!